Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ksenia. I'm here with GlueUp, and I am delighted to welcome you today to our live case study conversation, together with Galia from the Netherlands France Chamber of Commerce. Galia is a senior projects and services manager at the Chamber. And today, during the next 20-25 minutes, we are going to explore the digital transformation journey of the Netherlands France Chamber of Commerce, of course, including their challenges and also successes. Just for our attendees, for our guests, if you have any questions around the digital transformation journey, specific questions for Galia, please feel free to leave them in the Q&A chat, and we'll cover them at the end of the presentation, the end of the discussion. So to start off, Galia, could you please introduce yourself, your background, the organization, and the role in the project?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Galia Zeberi. Like Ksenia said, I'm a senior project and services manager at the NFCC. I am responsible for ensuring the effective delivery of the services we provide at the Chamber of Commerce. My responsibilities include overseeing the execution and quality of our services, managing all aspects of marketing and our websites, and as well handling invoicing processes. So through this function, I strive to ensure that our members and partners receive high quality support and that our operations run smoothly and effectively. For you who are not really aware of what the NFCC is, the Netherlands French Chamber of Commerce is an independent, not-for-profit organization based in Paris and dedicated to supporting Dutch businesses succeed in the French market. So since 2021, we have provided hands-on support, access to dynamic business network, and direct connections to key decision makers in both France and the Netherlands. So our community includes over 80 members company spanning a wide range of industry and sizes. And personally, I have been working at the Chamber of Commerce for 2.5 years now.
Thank you, Galia. Your role is very important in the organization to make sure that everything runs smoothly and the services are provided at the highest level possible. So to start off, let's maybe talk about the digital transformation, right? So what made you decide that it was a time for digital transformation at the Chamber? So at what point did you realize that you needed to make a change?
Well, we didn't, in my experience, there is not really one right time to change. It really depends. The right time to look for new technology or switch system is when you start to see that your current tools, even if they're working well, may limit your future growth or efficiency. And for us, it was not about solving immediate problems, but about optimizing and preparing for the next stage of our developments. So if your organization is expanding, your processes are becoming more and more complex. And or if you see the opportunity to centralize like we did and streamline your work, it's a good idea to start exploring new solutions. Ultimately, the right time is when you recognize that a new system will help you better achieve your goals and support your team in working more efficiently. And for us, additionally, we noticed that we were spending a significant amount of time on tasks that didn't add much value. And as a small team with multiple responsibilities, our goal was to be able to focus on more impactful projects. And by centralizing operation with a new CRM system, GlueUp, we were able to save time and redirect our efforts towards other initiatives.
That's very interesting what you said, Galia. That's sometimes it's not about solving, but optimizing the processes. And that is very true. And what software applications did you use before switching to GlueUp CRM system?
Well, we have a couple. We have several different tools to manage our operations. we used Pipedrive. That was our primary software for tracking sales and managing our sales pipeline. We had WordPress that was used to manage and update our website content. We had MailChimp. That was our tool of choice for running marketing campaigns and managing our email communication. And for the invoicing, well, this one we were handling manually using a formula in Sheet 3, actually, in Google Sheets.
Interesting. So basically, there were many software applications in place for managing different activities of the chamber. And where do we begin? So, for example, today you decided, okay, it's a right time to change something at the chamber, right? To change the technology, to improve something. What's next? Like, do you ask the associations in the same network? Do you Google the options? Do you use ChatGPT for suggestions? How do you proceed from the point that, okay, we need to change something? What do you do next?
We talk with the team. We had a brainstorm with the team to know exactly, okay, what worked the best, what we would like, and what came back often is that it will be nice to have this centralized information, because you always like open different tab. So the idea was to either working faster alone, we were working like better together. So it was mainly from a director that really launched the NFCC that had in mind grew up for a while. And then it was just, I mean, convincing everyone to come on board. And in our case, the new technology was actually quite okay with the operational team. We were always happy to explore solutions that can improve our workflows and make our processes more efficient. The real challenge, it's not really a challenge, maybe it was to convince our boards, because NFCC is a non-profit organization, and we have traditionally relied heavily on free tools to manage our operation. So investing in a platform like GlueUp represented a significant shift for us, both in terms of mindset and budget.
That's interesting what you mentioned, Gala, that in your team was actually up for like an idea to change something, right? To change the technology, because sometimes there is a kind of resistance within the team to make a change, right? So just teams are used to doing things in certain ways, and it's very hard to convince them that maybe it's maybe it's good to improve it, right? To optimize the manual work. So it's good that you did not have it at your team. And based on your experience, what features would you recommend to the membership-based organizations to look for, like when they're selecting a technology for their organization?
I guess it depends on how your organization operates and what are your main priorities. Personally, I would recommend a good sales CRM to help manage the relationships and track the interactions. An automated renewal and payment processing to save time and reduce administrative work. That's what we have with the GlueUp. And a strong communication tools like the emailing campaign, the newsletter, the segmentation to keep our member engaged and informed. So these features for me are essential for streamlining operations and supporting growth in a membership-based organization.
Got it. Thank you, Galia. And did you consider any other vendors or tools before making a decision that you go ahead with GlueUp?
That was my former director who left the company today. So I don't know what other solution she considered before choosing GlueUp. I just know that she chose GlueUp.
Got it. And obviously the Netherlands France Chamber of Commerce, right? So you are using the CRM, so the backend from GlueUp, but you're also using the website from GlueUp as well, right? So the front end. So talking about the implementation, is there anything that you would have done differently during the implementation process? would you, because you've been using the system for some time already, right? So would you recommend, organizations who potentially consider GlueUp implementing everything at once, or having like more step-by-step approach?
Yeah, well, on our case, we did go live with the entire platform all at once, but we particularly choose to do that during the transition during the summer. So this timing gave us valuable time to prepare and finalizing the website, to get accustomed to the new system internally, to plan and schedule communication for our members in September. So ultimately, the decision on whether to launch all at once or in phases will depend on your team's capacity, experience, and readiness to manage a transition smoothly. I didn't say, but on the operational team, we are only 3. So it was maybe easier for us because we were like not that much in charge. So it was easier to do all in once. But I mean, it will depend on the time of the year. I would not have been opposed to do that step by step. Both were fine with me.
Interesting, because you did actually went live with both front end and back end, and you just introduced it kind of as a one thing, as a one package to your members and obviously to your team as well. And how was your
But yeah, it just for if other company, the organization might consider that it's a lot. Just for you to know, we were prepared, I would say, mentally to do that during the summer. So we really organized our whole work around that. So it was intensive, I would say, intensive work. But yeah, it really depends on how you organize yourselves.
Definitely. As I always said to my customers as well, that, of course, the tool automates a lot of processes for you, but at the same time, you also need to invest time into understanding how the system works. And for that, obviously, you need to go for the trainings, right? You need to have this calls with the implementation manager. You need to have the data ready for the import. So there are, a few steps, right, before you can actually launch the entire system. And how was your experience with the support from GlueUp after, like during the implementation and also after you went live?
Well, our experience with GlueUp support has been rather good. I mean, after going live, we had access to a variety of helpful resources, including training modules, online guidelines. There's also a chatbot, the GlueUp AI copilot, that could answer most of our questions. And if we still could not find the information we needed, or we needed more support, there is a really nice support team that was always quick and effective in responding to our tickets. So overall, yeah, we felt well supported through the process, and yeah, and we appreciated how easy it was to get help when needed.
Thank you, Gala. That's very nice to hear. And what would you recommend to potential clients who are considering using GlueUp as their CRM?
Well, the core functionalities that I will recommend will maybe be the membership and renewal management, the event management tool as well, the payments, the payment processing and financial management, and maybe also the reporting and analytics. This feature help membership-based organizations operate more efficiently and engage with their members and make data-driven decision.
Understand. And in terms of the impact, so has there been any feedback from your team or members regarding the new platform? How have they responded?
Well, we noticed that our members don't use the platform as much for community interaction, or at least yet. They tend to prefer engaging with each other on LinkedIn, which is already a familiar space for them. However, our members are quite active on the platform when it comes to event participation and the renewal process. So this feature has been well received and used regularly, which showed that the platform is meeting our needs in those key areas. And yeah, I would say overall, while the communication aspect hasn't gained as much traction, the event management and the membership renewal functionality has, have had a positive impact.
And given that you're very much involved in the processes of the organization, right, and monitoring that the services are provided at the highest level at the chamber, what would you say are the biggest wins or the impact metrics that you achieved so far with a new tool? So like the membership growth, maybe, or maybe the engagement rates that you can now track, right, or the revenue uplift. So what are the biggest wins for your chamber?
Maybe yes, the revenue. That's the biggest one that we do use. I will say mainly this one.
The revenue, you mean that you're able to track the revenue, right? Using GlueUp, like in terms of your memberships and events.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it.
We can easily choose the filter that we want, what kind of information that we want. We can download it. Even the tracking for the payment of invoicing is quite easy. This I'm also in charge of this one. It's well made. So it's even easy for the other colleague to have a look on it. It's quite intuitive on this part. So this is the feature that we've been using the most.
And just out of curiosity, on average, how much time do you usually spend on the CRM, like daily? Or if you are logging in daily at all?
Yeah, no, of course we do. It depends. Our sales, I mean, every day they're on it. The notes when they're in contact with the prospect, I believe they put the note on it. The invoicing as well. There is a moment of the month, of course, where there is more activity, but it's kind of, I mean, every day. On the us team, the NFCC team, operational team, we're on it every day. On members, it's more like where there is an event or when they have to pay.
Yeah.
But every day we go on.
Very good. So you're active on this year, and that's very good. We have one question from one of the attendees. So from your experience, Gala, using GlueUp, were there any specific reporting functionality or data point collection that you found particularly useful in helping you better understand member needs and engagement over time? And what insights proved most beneficial in terms of member analysis and strategy?
Well, for the specific reporting functionalities, it's mainly we've been using mainly for the tracking the sales, I will say. How many company did we contact? How many signed? It's mainly that. For our members, it's to track also the churn rates. And the end of the question, when is it proven most beneficial?
What insights proved most beneficial further along the journey in terms of member analysis and strategy?
Well, on that, I will not go, even if we use it a lot, I'm not sure if I can give an answer yes on that. I can come back to you maybe later. But yeah, the member analysis right now is really to understand how many members do we have in terms of categories and many like the churn, I would say. So.
Interesting. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the maybe organizations that are considering GlueUp as their a new CRM tool?
It will depend. For us, it was really useful to have everything centralized, mainly also with the websites. There are really like nice features on that. So it will depend if you're really data and sales driven, or not. If you're really active in terms of communication, that's quite useful on it. So I would say it depends how many in your team you are, how do you work. Us as a small team, it saves time. It's precious time on it. And again, there is a really nice support team. The GlueUp team really is here to support us when we have any issues. So I don't know about the other CRM on the market, but having that kind of support is a real plus.
Definitely. And one more question that we have it here. Do you still use a separate tool for your marketing, so sending newsletters, campaigns, or it's all done via GlueUp now?
No. Right now, everything is done via GlueUp. Indeed, we used to use MailChimp, and not anymore. So everything is via the campaigning, everything like GlueUp, indeed.
And the last question that we have here, so how much time did you have it up and running with all the data updated, and how was the data like data introduced to the system? Was it manually or was it in bulk, like using one Excel?
Yeah, no, it was a bit of both. We did use Excel because there were like a lot of data to bring it. I will say 80% maybe of the content we were able to put it in the CRM, but of course, like in every like new solution, we have to adapt it, make some changes. We have some doublons, but it's I mean, it's happened. So and also it depends how many people you are on it, because for the summer we were mainly focusing on the websites, and then September it was to present this solution to our members. So we're creating like campaign, LinkedIn campaign, and the webinars to show them how it's used. And the invoicing is every month we do invoicing. We don't use our membership, even if it's 1 year. It's not just like every January we do like invoicing, it's every month. So we had to update some information a bit along, I would say maybe. We were running really early on, but until like recently, we still have something to change, because again, we were also learning by doing it.
Of course. I see we don't have any other questions. So thank you, Gale, for joining us today. And thank you everyone for participating as well. So we will definitely follow up with the recording. And would like to wish everyone a wonderful day ahead, and hope to see you at our next event. Thank you, Gale, again.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.